Yeah.
All around great. And he drives me back to Bay Village. I get home around 2:30. Try to go to bed, but I'm furious. You know, when you're that furious, you don't sleep, right?
No.
Clock goes off at 5:30, so I'm going on 3 hours of no sleep. Hooked the Jeep up to the trailer and dragged the dirt bikes an hour and a half way to Waynesburg, Ohio for a hare scramble. At 9 o'clock, Penton's race went off for an hour, and it's 90 degrees. It was 87, 90 degrees. Dusty, dry, terrible. And then after that, Tanner raced for a half hour. And then
Who placed?
Penton fell a lot. He got third. He could have won, but he got third. Tanner
Yeah, you fell a lot and you got third?
Yeah. Tanner got about sixth or seventh. He still doesn't have that killer instinct, you know, I'm gonna kill you.
He'll get there.
I got second, a rare non-first place for me, but it was so dusty and I fell back and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna catch this guy. And it's so dirty and dusty and I'm going on no sleep. I'm just gonna survive for second place. And I was happy with that. So we load the bikes back up, hour and a half back to Bay Village, and that's about 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then I have to get a ride to the ferry, to get on the ferry, to go over with my keys, to back my truck up to the club, load all the PA in, and tear the drums down and put them in their cases. Then get in the truck, drive to the ferry, wait for the ferry. I got home at 9:30 last night. I was so tired. But at that point, you ever get that tired where you're not tired?
Yeah, you're like you got a high tired. You're like, I'm so tired, I feel like I'm high,
so
and it's just like let's go and get it.
I made a little cheese and olive plate and a couple little things, and we ate, and I did go to bed. And I'm still tired today, but that was my weekend. Hey,
You love that audience button.
what'd you do this weekend?
I did fuck all. I sat there and watched Game of Thrones, the new Game of Thrones, the what is it, the dragon thing. Henry, you know what it's called? You're a nerd.
Well, I don't watch it, but I think it's called House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragons. I watched House of the Dragons on Sunday. Are you a Game of Thrones guy?
I am definitely not a Game of Thrones. Everybody says we got to watch it. Leah and I are not, dragons and fantasy.
But you like murder and sex.
That's why we watch Banshee and
Right.
Yellowstone.
So, yeah, this is murder and sex, but they're all wearing like knight uniforms, and there's some dragons and shit, and the dragons fuck. It's awesome. You should watch.
You know what's looking really good, and it's coming up a lot on my YouTube channel, the shorts, is that Jack Reacher.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. The series or the movie?
The series.
We talking about Little Jack with
No,
Tom Cruise or
the
Big Jack with
big
the
guy?
Yeah, the big guy's better than Little Jack.
Yeah, Little Jack ain't cutting it.
Yeah,
But the big guy's
Tiny Jack
tough.
Reacher.
And I like the Equalizer too. I'm just watching all of the shorts.
Are you
Denzel
watching
Washington.
the Queen Latifah Equalizer or the Denzel Washington?
You
Queen
know how
Latifah?
much I love Queen Latifah.
Dude, I can't even watch it. But dude, the Denzel Washington.
Why? Does Queen Latifah have an equal? Oh,
She has a TV show that spun off of Denzel Washington's The Equalizer.
really? And she's a
Called The Equalizer.
badass?
I don't know. I ain't watching. It's Queen Latifah.
Kind of do like Queen Latifah. I do like her.
I like her as a person. It's just I couldn't buy the show because I just don't. I don't look at Queen Latifah and go, "No, there's a fucking badass." You see Denzel Washington, you're like, "My man,
He's bad.
he's a badass dude. He'll fuck some people up."
Keep talking. I'm checking our text messages.
You're checking text messages in the middle of the show. Really? Are we booked? Did you get a gig?
Merle, you can call in a little bit. Hope you guys are okay. I know it's a bad storm there right now.
From who? Merle?
Merle.
Oh, shut the hell up. What did you cook this week? You said you made an olive plate or something. You cook anything from scratch? You make anything special?
No.
No,
No.
me neither. I went out all week. But I did go, and I put it on Facebook. I went to Sakura
Yes.
in Rocky River. And it was just fried rice. We had sushi, and we had some sake, and it was all awesome. But then we ordered this fried rice dish. We'd seen it before. We ordered it. Dude, epic. One of the best plates
Yeah.
I've had
So
all year.
Funny story about that. I've eaten at this restaurant and I thought it was really good, but I never really can read Todd's,
My pre-comment.
his pre-comment. So he texted me, "Hey, have you heard this? Have you eaten at Sakura yet?" That's wide open. It could be great. It could be the worst. He could have had a roach in his food. I'm like, so I answered it safely. I'm like, yeah, I ate it. It was pretty good.
And I ended up posting. It was one of the best dishes that I've had all year long. Like we tried to name 3. Dana's sitting in the background, but if you've ever gone to, and these are all West Side joints, but what's it called? Where we get the brunch? Market. Go there.
Well, the market on Linda Street.
Yeah, just go there for the cinnamon bun, dude. The cinnamon bun is through the roof, and I'm not a sweet guy, but this fried rice at Sakana, thank you, Beb, is awesome. And Juan and Christy? Kristen. I'm getting there. That's why I have Dan around to remind me of people's names. Who are you again?
Joey D.
There you go. Oh, my God.
So I had sushi today. We went to Blue Sushi at Crocker Park for lunch, a quick lunch.
That place is legit.
I had some serious soup, some like coconut milk, like bisque. It was amazing. We had a good roll, the Amazon roll, and it had a chimichurri sauce underneath. That was pretty interesting.
You ever get the meat on the rock? It's an appetizer.
You want to talk about meat on a rock? I've had meat on a rock fed to me by Mr. Udo in Japan.
Oh, well, I can't top that, and neither can Crocker Park.
Mr. Udo is one that brought Kiss over to Japan, and he was the biggest promoter. And I was there with Paul Gilbert, and he sat us down. We had geisha girls brought the hot rocks out, and they were flipping the Kobe beef strips. He was flipping the strips on the rock and tossing it on all of our plates. So, yes, I have.
It was kind of like that, but not as awesome. I feel bad now. I'm like, sorry, guys. Blue Sushi,
There was a place in North Ridgeville called. There was a rock sushi or a rock restaurant where they cooked on rocks. Now, I don't know if you've ever driven by it. It's interesting, but there's a restaurant now called the Best Damn Tacos. Ever heard of it?
I haven't, and I love tacos.
And
How did I miss this joint?
Because you don't go that far down Lorraine Road in North Ridgeville.
We're going that way?
Yes.
We're going west, east.
You live in Bay
southwest.
Village now. You're too snooty to go that far.
I am quite highfalutin.
Yes. But the Best Damn Tacos, that's the name of the restaurant. So, hey, we can go on a double date.
We should, and we shall, and we will. Before we get to this week's guest, what was the last song you listened to today? Or what was the last song you listened to, or what are you listening to?
I'll be honest with you, I did not listen to any music today. I've been just so busy with...
What about yesterday? What was the last, what's on your list? What's your jam right now?
My jam? Well, I told you my favorite band on the Monsters Rock Cruise was Eclipse. So I like the production of that band and Eclipse. I like that band.
So you haven't been working on the upcoming show that we're going to be doing, the Sammy T Sideshow, featuring our upcoming guest.
I was
here.
thinking about that. No, I haven't been working. Well, me and you worked on it for that 10
We
minutes.
did. That was a blast, dude.
Yeah.
The 10 minutes you and I
so
spent in the room together
aggravated.
working on songs.
I'm thinking to myself, why the hell am I putting time into someone else's band? I'm playing the show. I'm actually the main event of the show, and I'm practicing with the opening act. What is wrong? It's my fault, but I might have to set my band up and play after Sammy T, but they won't do that anyway. So
Well, Sammy T's before you guys. We're the opening band. We
I'm
want to
saying
keep it that
I'm
way.
practicing with the opening band.
So I've been listening to that Dead Daisies song.
Yeah, which is not the Dead Daisy song. It's the sensational Alex Harvey band.
Well,
Midnight Moses.
Midnight Moses, great song.
Is that the first time you've heard it? You didn't hear it back in the day?
I don't know if
That's a Cleveland staple.
There's been a lot
Champion used to play that
of been a
song.
lot of drugs in my life. I might have heard it. I may not have heard it. I don't know. But I had a great time rehearsing those songs with you, and we have rehearsal tomorrow night here at Audio Bay.
We do?
We do.
Oh, yeah, we do.
It's not open to the public, but there could be one down the road.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Should we bring in our guest tonight?
Why not? And stop doing that.
I'm going to try.
You don't have to stop.
Stop
It's
busting
your
my
show.
balls on. It's not my show. It's
We are
Dana's
proud to bring to the Audio Bay Smoke and Talk and Roll high quality table and give him middle position, frontman position, the sensational, fabulous Joey D.
I'm up in here. Here I am.
show. Welcome, brother. Welcome.
Bring it. I even have scotch with me today.
It is a Scottish-themed show. We're going to dive into that more down the road, but
I don't have the cool ice cubes that you guys have.
What happened
but
to your
I do-
cool ice
I don't
cubes?
know. They're not ready yet, so I was kind of bummed out back there. I actually cried a little bit. Because you guys, wait, let's see how these work. You know these say one size fits all,
right?
and with my size head, that doesn't happen.
You do have an enormous head.
I know. I have a T. It's Guy Smiley. You know who Guy Smiley is? Remember
don't.
him? Remember Guy Smiley?
I don't.
That's me. I'm Guy Smiley.
Does
What's
he have,
up?
Does he have a huge head?
Yes, it's giant. He was a Muppet. And his head was like 7 sizes bigger than the rest of the characters.
Then you are just like
That's
him.
me.
You're perfect.
Do I look? I didn't wear my shades.
You look
I don't
good.
need-
You look good.
Do I
No,
need
you
cool
look good.
shades or?
You don't need cool shades.
I wear these because I can't see shit.
Well, neither can I. So don't.
Speaking
have
of cool shades,
Welcome everybody. Thank you for
Thanks for
having
coming
me.
out,
Thank you for
man.
having me, Billy.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Long time heroes. Both
yeah,
of you
Joey
guys.
D and I go back to probably the Shadows days, right? Did
My
Fatal
God.
play Shadows?
Yes, I played my first show at Shadows.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you were a judge that night or not, but I know Darren Robertson was.
I was probably the sound man because I had the house
probably
sound
were.
system in there.
It was Fatal Charm against Baby Blue, and Billy was responsible for me winning, as is Sammy T and Darren, and making sure that I beat a cover band, and we didn't play one cover other than the Haven song. That was it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Sammy T's band Haven.
That helped. Yeah. I think that's what won it.
So what was the band? Fatal Charm?
Fatal Charm in the beginning.
And who was in Fatal Charm?
The very first group of guys was me. I played guitar. It was Les Riga on vocals.
Is he a local guy? They're all local guys.
Yes,
I'm
local
assuming.
guys. Guys I grew up with, went to high school with. Chuck Kepich on guitar, Kenny Clark on bass, and John Pancoast on drums.
Nice.
So that was our
And,
first show.
and that was that the pinnacle of Fatal Charm?
That was just the baby stages.
beginning.
So the beginning. April 15th, 1987 is where
Oh,
everything
you're
changed.
a date caller. You got times and dates.
I'm
and,
pretty good. I have an elephant-sized head with the same size member.
Look at that.
I could probably tell Billy what he wore at the Akron Agora the first time he played as Kid Wicked.
It was a white jacket.
Yes, it was.
It was a white jacket. I'll tell you why it was a white
it was.
jacket. I was ready to go on with just like a T-shirt, you know, and you got to dress up, you got to put something on. So I think I wore my girlfriend's white jacket.
And you looked great.
It felt great.
And it was
You
Sledgehammer.
could probably
Love
still fit
time.
in it.
I don't know. My guns are a lot bigger now, but
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, we're doing a modeling show tonight? Is that what? Wait, I rolled up my
Jesus.
sleeves a couple times for you, Todd. In this fine brand new shirt.
I
Look
do
at this.
I do like that we.
I finally got one. They've only been open for 27 years. How long have you been open?
well,
27?
we've been
going
open for a
into-
long time. But I was wondering how many times you showed up here to get one.
I have eaten at Edgewater. I had
Okay.
Edgewater. I had the Fleetwood mac and cheese.
All right.
Coincidentally, his band was playing there. That's why he ate at
Well,
Edgewater.
I mean, sometimes that's the only way we get to see each other.
That's
Oh,
true.
this
We're
is going
working.
to tie in beautifully to what I have
Yes,
going on
I
down
mean,
the road here
that's-
tonight.
All right.
That's how it works. You know, you can't go out and see anybody.
Hey, the fluffer just showed up. Oh, don't
Oh,
worry.
hey,
you can
Sally.
say anything you want because he can't hear. He's
Oh,
deaf.
good. So
Yeah,
am I.
he
Good thing
can-
with his headphones.
Don't worry, you're going to be on later. Not
good.
today. But
Good.
it is Sammy T's birthday.
It is. Happy
So
birthday,
birthday,
Sammy.
Sam.
Sammy.
And I got you a present. You have been my hero since day one. I would come and see you, Billy, of course, and Shock Paris, and I want the world to know on this show that without Sammy T, there would be no Joey D.
I mean,
It
if with
doesn't
all
happen.
that, Sammy, come around and just stick your face,
It
stick your
doesn't
mug in
happen.
here and say hello. He's going to be a guest down the road a little bit, so I don't want to spoil it, but... Oh, I
But
said
happy
spoil.
birthday.
It's his birthday. Come here, my
Happy
guy.
birthday.
I love you, buddy.
Love you
Happy
too.
birthday, my guy.
Thank you. Now get the fuck out of here.
Listen, nobody
Yeah.
loves you more than I do.
love you,
Nobody.
buddy.
Nobody loves you more than me.
And you?
Oh, jeez.
One of my best friends in the world. All right.
All right.
Sammy T.
Sammy
Sammy
T.
T.
Fuck off.
I like how you get exited from the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll
Isn't that
notice,
great?
Joey,
Right?
It's fantastic.
complete foul mouth, G-rated.
Oh, see, I wasn't sure. When I came in, I said, listen, am I allowed to be like trucker talk?
You can do whatever-
Or can
any
I,
way
can
you-
I say
any-
fuck and shit?
you can
But
if
I
you
don't
want.
know if my mom might
True
be watching,
that.
so I got to be like not too many fucks.
My
Sorry,
mom's
Mom.
my mom's dead, and
She's watching.
yeah, well, yeah, she's been watching me a long time, and she knows how the fuck I talk. So
Yes.
she's gonna be all right with it.
Are we going to keep it real then?
We're keeping it real. Yeah, I mean, Billy talks. We both talk like the both sides of the fence. So he's very G-rated. I'm very R-rated, and whatever the guest feels comfortable doing. So like when we had Felix on the show, not anybody we know named Felix.
Right, that other guy.
Another guy.
How funny you say that. Anyways, moving on to the next topic. Yeah, cheers, brother. Welcome.
I'd love to cheers you, but
It's
I'm
the
out.
Scottish
Come here.
episode that I get to be part of. I don't know how you say cheers in Scottish. Do we know?
Cindy.
Cheers! Fuck off!
All right, there it is. It's supposed to be slancha something, but now it's just cheers and fuck off.
Perfect. Excellent. Am I close enough to the mic? Am I good? Everything?
You're perfect.
You're
I
good.
can
What's
control
up?
you.
So what's going on?
Well, so we're here to talk about you for a little bit and to kind of
Well.
dive into you. So we are a Cleveland-driven podcast, but we
Awesome.
have viewers from outside of Cleveland that might not know a lot about you. So you have Liquid, Fatal Charm.
Yes.
Those are your original acts coming up. You're Joey
Yes.
D, the artist.
The artist is
formerly
separate,
known
yes.
as Joey D Pasquale. Am I
Sure.
saying that right?
Yes.
Right?
Perfect. Wow. If you can spell it, I'm going to be really pumped.
Oh, I got a D and a P and a
Nobody
Q
ever
somewhere.
gets it right. That's why I changed it to Joey D.
I can't do any vowels. I can only do the letters.
When telemarketers call me, I'm like, please.
But
just
you have a big job, and I know you don't like to talk about it a lot.
I do. I
But
have
you're
a
like,
pretty.
you're the lead guy for Disco Inferno.
Yes, I am.
You guys play. You guys just played Rock on the River.
We did
You
Rock
played
on the
Maple
River.
Fest.
Yeah.
You played in front of thousands of people. You probably played in front of more people this weekend than he and I have in the past 5 years
That's
combined.
not true. We've been playing in front of a lot of crowds, and it's a blessing. It is a
Right.
blessing. I'm very, very.
Do you
fortunate.
like disco music? Do you listen to it when you're not on the job?
Well, listen, it's really not disco. See, the thing is, people
funk?
People think that it's Disco Inferno. It's a tribute to the '70s. It's really R&B. So when I joined, I was like, okay, I got to do falsetto, and I had no idea. You know what falsetto's like? It's like hell. It's hell. So I'm like, that's not what I do. But I grew up on R&B. In my house, my parents played Sly and the Family Stone, Donna Summer. My mom was at all the discotheques. She went out and danced every weekend that she could. So I've been around it since I was a kid. Stevie Wonder, all that stuff. So when I joined disco and I saw the set list, I was like, okay, so I really have to get good and resurrect the falsetto that I hadn't had since I was 15 when I was trying to sing like Sammy T. I have to sing Staying Alive, Should Be Dancing, just the higher range songs. And I'm like, well, I really don't have that yet. But eventually it came back.
So how did Disco Inferno? It's a franchise, right?
It's
Is
like-
it not?
it's like
Or
McDonald's.
I could be wrong, but there's Disco Inferno's kind of
all over the world.
All over the world.
Just like Spasmatics.
So
It's the same thing.
how does your foot land in the Disco Inferno shoe?
Well, I was in a band called Hit Machine, and we were doing covers, which was rock, kind of like what Billy does, but some more standards. And Billy does cool stuff. I did like whatever. I did Hurt So Good a lot, and Bryan Adams a lot.
I know. Hurts So Good
And
is the
Shaken
dance floor.
a lot,
It
right.
breaks the ice. It gets them on the dance
So
floor.
I was doing all that, and they had asked me like 6 years prior.
Who's they?
Well, Seth was in the band, Seth Hayek, who took over on bass in that group, really 6 years prior to me joining. So I'm at a bar, spectators one night, and he's like, I need somebody to fill in on bass. I'm going to be going back and forth to Nashville. Because that was, he's still chasing the thing. And
The thing being Disco Inferno playing all over the circuit.
chasing the thing as trying to
Oh,
land
trying to get a
an
deal.
actual,
A deal.
being a group that actually has a deal and Weekend Warrior and
Right.
more than that and be whatever. So I was like, I really just want to play bass. I've been singing for 35 plus years. So I was just like, I just want to play bass. Am I making the same amount as the singer's making? Cool, then I'll play bass. Because it's less stress, You
Actually,
when you
bass is the
sing-
main driving force of the
is.
music in those songs.
And I did butt off more than
I'm
I could
talking
chew.
about disco songs, not your songs.
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
Right. So in disco, it's like lead bass. Cheers to that. Lead bass. Cheers to lead bass.
Matt, can you bring more scotch? Just bring the bottle, brother.
So I bit off more than I could chew, but I learned the songs, and I was happy to be a bass player. So with that being said, I was still in Hit Machine doing filling dates on bass with disco, and then, Sonny David Maffey, who runs Disco Inferno in Cleveland, came and saw me sing my last show with Hit Machine, and then came backstage and said, "Guess what?" And I said, "What?" And he said, "You're the new lead singer."
Why was it your last show at Hit Machine? You guys decided to break up, or it wasn't working out?
It wasn't that Hit Machine didn't work out. We were such a great band. It was a fun band. We were making great money, and there was no management or anything to pay, and it was really fun. We had a great time. But I went from 60 shows in that first year to I started to book the next year, which you know all about booking that. I went to the next year, and it was like 89, and the guys kind of freaked out. So they were like, that's not really what we want to do. We want to do more, maybe 4 a month. And I'm like, this isn't a hobby for me. I'm a musician. I'm here to play. I would rather be doing this than anything else. So I just decided to part ways. I'm like, you know what? I have this other offer. I'm going to ride that out because it's still giving me 10 shows a month. Even playing bass, I could have played.
Right.
10 shows a month. And that turned into me singing, which turned into me doing West Side and the other singer doing the East Side. And then eventually, like all things happened, the lead singer parted ways with disco and I took over
Russ?
full time. Russ, yeah.
And Troy.
And there was Troy. And
What's Troy doing
I
now?
took Troy's spot. So when Troy,
You took Troy's spot, and then they just said no dual lead singer.
well, it kind of happened like that. But
And
it
I know-
was-
and
it was-
Russ had
it
some
was
rough
sticky,
days,
yeah,
right?
some sticky things. And I don't trash talk anybody. It's not what I do. I support everyone. So
Except for that one dude that knew that dude that knew
right,
that other dude. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Absolutely. But yeah, then I just, I took, and Sonny called me up and said, listen, you're going to do all the shows. I hope you're prepared. And I was like, and it's careful what you wish for. And Billy and you obviously know more about that when I say it. It's careful what you wish for, because the first time I ever had to sing 5 shows in a row, it took me back to when I was 16 in front of a mirror playing that air guitar going, yeah, I want to be a rock star. Yeah, I want to go out and I want to play all the time and I want to play every night, until your body goes, yeah, you're not. You're not playing every night and you're not singing every night and you need to go take a nap. And it was a little later in the game, so I'm not 26 years old anymore. So I went from 60 shows with Hit Machine to 103.
Well, and again, 60 shows isn't just 60 shows in that gig. There's 3 shows
Yes.
in every show you do.
Yes.
So you're
Yes.
doing, that's actually whatever 6
Right.
times
So
3
it's,
is, that's
it's not
18.
a 45-minute set. It's 3 hours every night. It's 3 hours plus your load in and your load out. So every night
And
it's,
talking to everybody.
it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's a lot of careful what you wish for, because as fortunate as it seems and as glamorous as it is, it's a it's a job.
It's a grind.
It's a job.
Do you like when December hits? It's kind of like food trucks when you're like,
Thaw out.
oh hell yeah.
Well, at the end
Bring-
of September, I'm like, thaw out. Here it comes October. I get to thaw out.
Right.
I'm at number 102.
What do you do in the downtime?
I take care of my kids.
Right.
I take care of my kids. I spend a great time with my fiance, Cindy. But I take care of my kids. My kids are first and foremost over everything. And of course, I still love to play music. So I get to sing in this band, but I also like to play guitar, and I like to play bass and I like to write songs. So I'm always writing.
Does Disco Inferno allow you to have a lot of Joey D the artist time in the summer where you can go out and kind of fuck around and do your own music?
They don't like it.
No, well, no.
Who
yeah.
doesn't like it?
It's not really.
band-
The
Yeah.
corporate machine?
The corporate
It's
machine.
very
I'm
hard.
just saying. I'm just
Yeah.
speaking out loud.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
But that's one thing I'd like to.
It's
to
very hard.
Chime in on.
Yeah.
It's like, aren't you at the point where you regret putting your original project on the side burner? And I know you're making great money.
80% yes, 20% no. So 80% yes, I will agree with that. But Inferno has afforded me more time with my kids.
Of course.
And if I use that time wisely, also more time to actually be creative. But when you're in anything with any group of musicians, you have to be focused, because we fight for that all the time. And especially I'm not a leader of this band. It's not my project. It wasn't my idea. It's not what I do. What I do is I write songs. I've written songs my whole life, and I played in actual bands. This is a machine. It's something that either you sign up for and know what you're signing up for, or don't do it.
I remember when we first met, when I first came
Yes.
to Cleveland, and
Yes.
I was like, we met,
Yes.
and it was because I was talking with Billy about this a little bit ago. But when I came to Cleveland, I thought you were a bass player first, because we cycled back to that because you were a bass player for a minute. He was like, no, dude, he's always been a lead singer. And maybe it was because of the group I got tied into when I first
Sure.
came to Cleveland.
Sure.
But when we first met, you referred to it as the machine. I'm like, dude, playing in front of all these fucking people. When I came to Cleveland, I did a cover band thing for a minute, and
Sure,
sure.
sure.
And I was nowhere near what you guys are doing in the cover band circuit, and not making that type of money, but still had to do the same grind with a fraction of the money. Where you're playing every weekend, and you're playing, shit bar A, cool bar B,
Sure.
Promoter C that fucks you off or whatever.
But listen, the money is great.
Well, yeah,
But you're always a musician and a fan first, and the money's awesome.
right.
It's fantastic. You can make a living. It's a wonderful thing, but that shouldn't detour you from always going into it as the same thing. I get to play music.
Right.
And it doesn't matter if there's 40 or 40,000. It doesn't matter. 4,000. We still go out and
Well, you
play.
have your good days and bad days,
Oh,
or your good
yeah.
moods and bad
Oh, I
moods. Like
freak
sometimes
out. I freak
I
out.
lose my mind. Like,
Yeah.
like for instance, we play Kelly's Island, and we play at a place called I already forget.
Whatever. That place up there on that island.
Captain Joe's.
The Caddy Shack.
Oh, okay.
The Caddy
Okay,
Shack. And you literally play outside on a slab of concrete between the two doors that go in the club, and right in front of you, the people are dancing, like, waves of people. But there's no barrier. And this guy was fist bumping me like 50 times.
time.
And then I have a good one. Like, if I'm playing, I'm singing, and people are like backing towards me with their backs, they're not going to see my mic stand. I'm going to put my teeth out. I'm just, guitar neck is straight out, and it's
It's Jackson.
boom. I will tell you one time, this girl got so close, and she did one of these spin moves, and the 6 strings on my tuning pegs that were sticking straight up, she had 6 scratch blood marks on her arm. I'm
Just
like,
rip 'em up?
sorry.
Did you
honey."
feel terrible?
No.
You lose any
Nah,
sleep
a little
that
bit.
night?
But that's the thing, Billy. It's like no disrespect to anybody, really. But
That's
we're
kinda like fan
we're talking
etiquette,
a little
right?
bit of shit on the show. Is that what we're doing?
The
We're talking
show
about
is
shit?
really all
right,
about
let's talk a
talking
little
shit. I mean,
If you don't have a stage, don't call me.
Well, then call Dennis Balone and tell him to stop booking me there.
Well, I love you, Dennis. Thank you for the wonderful shows you've given disco over the years. We appreciate it.
all right, so we have a lot to talk about.
I know.
And I'm kind of in charge of moving things along
You
here.
are. Oh shit.
He does his homework.
He does.
I
He's
do my homework. So before we have dinner, we're going to do a quick. So I'm going to be talking to Billy about true or false with Joey D.
Oh shit.
You're going to tell him whether it's true or false, but you got to answer the question.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
So-
gonna tell him if it's true or false.
Right. So I'm
Okay.
gonna ask a question. He's gonna say if it's true or false, and you're gonna let him know if he's right or not.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You're testing my Mark McGrath memory here. Is
Listen.
that what you're doing? All right.
Try
cool.
and keep up.
I got it.
All right. True or false? You try to write off spray tan as a band expense.
Absolutely.
I'm going to say that's false.
Absolutely.
That's true.
That's true?
King, that's true.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
If I have to look a certain way for a show, it's costing that show.
So
All right.
you when you go to the tanning bed, you ask for a receipt?
I have receipts. Yeah, it's a monthly subscription. Yeah. That's a write-off. Thank you and good night.
All right. I got more.
Oh, there's more. Wait. There's
Oh
more.
no, this is a whole segment before we get
Oh,
to dinner.
awesome. Here we go.
All right. True or false? You were raised as a Jehovah's Witness. True or false, Billy?
True.
He knows that. That's true.
We've discussed that because my
have?
mom's a Jehovah's Witness as well.
Oh, okay. Did you ever go like door to door with the Bibles
I
and
did. We
and do
did
the speak?
do out in service, and God bless my mother, who could possibly be watching right now.
We're not making any fun of anybody.
I have no shame in saying that.
I don't
was-
think that you. Yeah, you
I
can't make
was
fun of them.
raised Jehovah's Witness because, in that same breath, I do want to just point out that some of the biggest stars in pop culture were Jehovah's Witness.
Name
Prince,
two. Prince?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Damn, those are two big stars.
Yeah, so
All right.
I mean, if you not to
No, keep
go
going.
Jehovah's Witness on the program, but if everything that they believe in is in the Bible, and it's the same Bible as all the other Christian religions. It's what's God's name? Jehovah. That's his name.
so that's
Cool.
That's what we believed. Growing up, I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
Did we talk
We
about
did
it?
discuss that,
We
though,
did.
yeah.
It must have been at the Sahara Club. I was with you.
Annihilated.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for number 3?
Sure. Number 3.
All right. True or false? Fans would throw coins on stage while performing Hotline Spare Dime.
True.
My facials are giving it
Yeah,
away.
that gave it away, yeah.
We had a song in Fatal Charm called Dirty Talk, and there was a point and a period in there when Assume the Position came out that every show I had to be very careful when I said Hotline Spare Dime because there would be rolls of dimes being thrown. Thank you, Donnie Van Horn. You're probably watching. It was mainly you.
Now, would you ever do this at the Akron Agora and maybe
Yes.
get some gum in your hair?
I did have gum
That is true.
stuck in my hair.
He's giving
by-
it all
by
away.
somebody's, one of my
And
ex-girlfriends. I'm
how
sure.
did that gum get out of your hair?
Reagan pulled it out of my hair on the side of the stage while I was singing. And at the same time, I did drop a lit cigarette in my boot, and I still have a scar to this day.
Back in the day when you could smoke.
Oh, look at that. Dig it. All right, moving on.
I really, who came up with these questions?
True or false? And this is to Billy, not for you.
I'm not
And don't
looking.
be giving a face away. You
not
can't. You got asked to audition for Rat.
That's false.
I say true for you.
Is it true?
For you? Not
No,
for
I'm
me.
asking. I'm asking him about you.
Oh, him about me. That you're right. False. Never happened.
That's right. I
Never
made that one up. This
that
afternoon.
was a good one.
But by the way, somebody at this table did audition for Rat.
I was gonna say that's why I'm like.
I know.
did.
I didn't get the gig. Oh, you did
I
too.
didn't get the gig.
True. I knew that.
I actually walked out of the gig thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm going to be in Rat. I just jammed with Rat. I sang all the harmonies. I have long hair. I look like Robin Crosby. And I just played my ass off on guitar. I'm going to be in Rat.
You look like Robin Crosby's leg.
Well, blonde hair. Okay.
Right.
And then I got the call. I was sitting in a coffee shop on Sunset Strip with Joe Fritchen. And John Greenberg, the manager, called. Oh, dude, they loved you, man. But they're going to go with Kerry Kelly because he lives in L.A.
Oh yeah.
So that was it. That had a lot to do with it.
He was the go-to.
Two
guy.
good choices.
Two good choices.
I would have chosen you, obviously.
I would have been your tech had you landed that gig.
Yes,
for
you
sure.
would have.
All right,
Now
we
I got. What? Can I interject one more
Yeah,
thing
please,
about
yeah.
because
You
I
don't have
said
to
that
ask.
I
It's
said
your
I look
show. Why
like
are you asking
Robin
me?
Crosby. I want to comment two rock and roll stories because I love both these stories. When we were on tour with Rat, Bobby Blotzer would play poker with the Warrant guys on our bus, traveling from city to city, and everybody would go to sleep. And one night, I was up at Bobby Blotzer, and he was drunk. Obviously, we were all drinking. And he just started talking about Robin. And he goes, man, you would have loved Robin, man. He was just like you, man. He was like such the nicest guy. He was my big brother, man. I love it. He cried on my shoulder over Robin. It was a very heartfelt, touching moment.
Which is great, right?
Yeah.
That's a great thing to
It's
experience.
it means a lot to me. I can call Bobby Blotzer right now, and he will talk to me. We're friends.
I wonder if I could call. I mean, I never knew him, but my brother Greg knew him, and I think at one point Greg from Badlands had auditioned for Rat and was kind of like, they're like, yeah, you're not so pretty, you know. And Juan
think
had
I
all
read
the
that
moves,
story, yeah,
you know. But he was tight, and he was in the LA circuit at that time. So when they came to Phoenix, through Greg, through Bobby Blotzer, we got backstage passes to go to the Rat show, and it had to be the first or second record. And at some point, we get invited back to the hotel, and it's me and George from Tough, and we're in the elevator with Juan. And we're riding up, and he's like, yeah, you guys want to go to a party? I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go to this party. He's like, yeah, man, who are you? I'm like, yeah, my name's Todd Chason. I'm Greg Chason's brother.
Get out.
Get out of the elevator. I'm not having Greg Chason's brother come to my party. He'll fucking murder me. You got to go. And me and George had to leave. We didn't get to go to the party. We're outside in the parking lot. We're probably all wearing spandex and
Your eyeliner's
Caprizios,
running because you're crying.
Oh, we're all crying. Hero moment ruined. But yeah, Bobby Blotzer was always good to me. Juan's always been great to us and wonderful band. But I'm not done yet.
Okay,
I've got
go.
more.
I have another story.
Oh, go.
wait.
No, go.
There's
Go.
more.
This show doesn't have an end time. It just has a start time.
So,
go.
speaking of looking like somebody, so I was on the Bad Boys of Metal tour with Janie Lane and Kevin Dubrow. And we're driving in a van in Florida. I'm driving. Kevin Dubrow is next to me. We're sober. And the whole backing band, Janie Lane's band, all the guys from Akron, I'm not saying names, but not hiding anything.
Okay.
Upside down drunk in the back of the van. And Janie's drunk, the band's drunk. And Kevin had enough of the band. He told the band on the first show, look, I'm going first. Janie's headlining or going second. I don't care what you do with Janie's band, drink on, but before I go on, nobody in the band drinks. You got to go on sober. The very first night, he walks in the dressing room, and there's like half the liquor bottles are empty, and they're laughing about it. All right. So we're driving down the road. I'm driving, and nobody says anything. And Kevin Dubrow opens up his flip phone. He dials a number. I'm driving. Hello, Frankie. This is Kevin. We're putting Quiet Riot back together. Yeah, we're going to use Billy Morris on guitar. From 10 rows back, you won't know it's Carlos. And that's how I got the job.
There you go. And that's a great story.
Yeah. And the first show we did back was pretty cool. It was at the Hard Rock in Orlando. And we're doing Quiet Riot songs with Frankie Benelli, the drummer of Quiet Riot. And I'm cueing him on the song. He forgot. You know, it'd been such a long time since he did Quiet Riot. I'm cueing him on the songs. And then they call Pat Travers up on stage. It was a moment.
How awesome is that?
Thank you. All right, move on.
Do the cheer.
All right.
Pat Travers. Definitely
Yeah.
cheer for that.
Snorting whiskey.
All right, here we
Drinking
go.
cocaine. Good.
True or false? When you were a teenager, you set your grandparents' home on fire. Billy?
Oh, definitely true.
Well,
How many fires did we
How
all
can
start
you,
as
How
kids?
can you true that? That is true.
Is it, well, hold on. It's a trick question. Were you a teenager?
No, I was a kid.
Boom.
Boom, I was wrong. But did you ever start a fire where the fire department had to come?
Dude,
Yes.
I did, yeah.
We used to play at the baseball field, and they used to kill weeds with gasoline. So we'd be playing like in 8th grade or 7th grade behind the snack shack or the whatever. All of a sudden, they had a
And
ditch.
you're
It's in
talking
Arizona.
Phoenix,
I'm
hot,
talking
dry.
Phoenix, yeah, 7th, 8th grade. The whole ditch catches on fire. The snack shack catches on fire. Me and all my fucking teenage, little, not even teenagers, like,
You're sprinting.
run home. Next thing you know, chase on house. There's 7 boys there, or 6 boys, 1 girl. They know where to go.
Yeah.
Which one of you guys lit the fire? Yeah, I got. And then my brother Kenny lit the church on fire down the road after that.
It was me. I did it.
He's going to heaven.
I just wanted to see if the paper bag inside the garbage would. I kept lighting it and blowing it out.
I heard you hid underneath the bed.
I did. I hid underneath the bed and they couldn't find me. And I remember my father and some of my uncles running up and down the steps with, buckets of water.
You have better fire skills now, right? You know
I
to
do,
leave
but
the
then I
house.
burned down my garage later on.
You don't wrap yourself in cotton
Well,
and
I started
gasoline
a
and
fire
hide.
behind the garage at my mother's house, which was, and then I got a new bike the next day, so it all worked out.
Dig it.
Light a fire, get a bike.
All right, we only got 2 more left
All right, come
before we eat.
Let's eat.
Because we're gonna eat. All right, true or false? Billy, grape jelly is his favorite food.
What is?
Grape jelly.
Grape jelly is his favorite food. I'm going to say false.
You're absolutely correct. I fucking hate
Detest
jelly.
grape jelly. All right.
Good. Grape jelly on the haggis.
Fuck jelly. Jelly donut, jelly anything. Especially strawberry, I'm allergic. Fuck jelly.
All right, no jelly at all.
Ever.
All right, what about bone marrow? If it's like jelly-ish.
Ooh, it must be a consistency thing.
No, it's just
You- are
grape
you-
jelly. Something about it it freaks me out.
What about jello?
I like Jello. Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Jello's good for your nails. It's good.
Let me see your nails.
And your
Oh, those
tanning package.
are- Okay. All right, last one.
He has nice nails, by the way.
All right. I mean, no, don't show.
All right, Billy, true or false? Joey has to have sex before he plays every show to loosen up.
False.
Huh?
Wait a minute. Oh, it's true.
Dude, there's no. My mom could be watching. Really? Sorry, mom, but no, that's false.
That's false.
It's false. All right. Well, there
He
you go.
plays
That's
so
a-
much.
Listen,
Right. You
He's
don't
so
eat. You
old,
don't
he
have
can't
sex.
have that
listen,
much.
I've heard
here's
the
my
rules been
advice to
broken
all
once or twice.
singers. It's just like being a boxer. Do not give up your goods before you go and.
Is that just a day of or a week of? I mean, you play a lot of shows.
Day of.
Day of.
Do not.
And you do 4 shows a week, 5 shows a week?
That's right.
Cindy's going to be
Sorry,
kicking your
man.
ass. All right.
It's well
that's-
worth it.
That is
Ask me the same question.
all right, there you go. Joey, true or false? Does Billy have to have sex before he performs?
Yes.
True. I love you, Leah.
There you go. See?
All right, we've moved on. We've still got a couple things we're going to talk with you about, but before we're going to have dinner. Yeah, but we definitely have more stuff to talk to you about. So, Matt, are we solid back there, brother?
We're getting the meat sweats.
All right. We ready? All right. So, as Matt brings us out, Sammy T, his beautiful wife Lo, and her parents, Michael and Eileen, provided us with a traditional Scottish dish, imported, man down, from Scotland. And she slaved over this meal for 2 days.
Okay,
Eileen.
so
God,
this
thank
this
you.
was imported. This is authentic.
This is as authentic as you can get.
So somebody FedEx some meat to us from Scotland
They may have brought it back with them from their last trip from Scotland.
in
had
their
it vacuum sealed.
suitcase.
In their suitcase.
Okay, good.
You're going first.
So it's aged.
It's aged. Yeah, well aged. It's called haggis. You know what it is? Matt's going to tell us what it is, but I got to say, as Matt brings it out, I got to say a prayer because these people put a lot of love into this food.
So
Thank you.
Sammy T's mom made this, or Laura's mom?
Sammy's wife, Lo, her parents made this dish.
Is
The
Sammy still here?
McDonald's. Huh?
Sammy's still here?
Yeah. Okay, he is here. Somewhere.
Somewhere.
So
Oh, I see.
Mike
All I
and
can see is
Eileen
the
McDonald made
Thank
this dish for us tonight.
skull. Oh, that's good.
It is a traditional Scottish dish that doesn't have a good reputation in America.
Is Sammy gonna eat some with us?
Well, Sammy knows the dish, and Sammy's going to be a guest as we get closer to the show that we're all doing with Sammy.
Yeah.
Where we're going to really highlight him and feature him properly.
Oh, I have so much to say on that one.
We do.
Well, there will only be 1 minute because Brad Slitt will be on there. He will take the other 59 minutes.
Thanks,
Well,
Brad.
no, see, what I do is I only let Brad Slitt come in the last 5 minutes of the show. That way, Sammy gets all his message across, and then
Cool.
we're good to go.
All right.
We love you, Brad.
But
we're talking to
I'll
Sam.
wait till the food starts coming out. But these lovely people prepared this food for us,
That's amazing.
I think, for the last day and a half.
Wow.
And the actual haggis came from Scotland. So it is, this isn't.
I'm scared.
I don't think McDonald's makes haggis.
I did a YouTube search for haggis
Do you
today,
know what
and
it
there,
is?
actually there's a Gordon Ramsay special on, and he made it or did it or
He's Scottish.
or yelled about it.
I'm scared.
I'm nervous.
I'm not the
scared.
biggest meat eater to begin with. I do a lot of chicken, pork, fish. So this,
You just said you're not a meat eater, and you named 3 meats. What the
Well, I
fuck is
mean,
wrong
I didn't
with
say
you?
I was vegetarian.
Yeah, I'm not a
I
big
didn't
meat
say
eater. I
was
only
a-
like
I'm
steak, pork,
Well,
chicken, and
you
fish.
know, I'm not like a big beef eater. Let's put it that way.
Well, there's no beef in this, brother.
Okay, good. So what is it?
All right.
Tell
Well,
us what it is.
You want to know what it is? Well,
Yes.
I don't want to steal Matt's thunder.
Oh shit!
That's all right. Here we go.
shit.
And it's just a tasting plate, you guys. We're not having a full meal. You're just
Okay.
going to taste some stuff. He's got to bring out, don't touch anything yet. He's got to bring out the haggis and present it. While
What is this?
This is the side dish of the haggis. These are the sides. And I'm going to explain everything what you're looking at. So don't eat nothing yet,
Okay.
right? And when he brings the haggis, I'll say the prayer. It's a Scottish prayer for the dish,
Awesome.
right?
Very
In honor
respectful.
of the people that have put some real time into making this dish. Right? And then
That's amazing.
I know you're all afraid.
I'm
and I
scared
can't
to
wait
death.
for you to eat it because I've already tasted it.
Oh, well, that's not fair. Are we not doing
Smells good.
Well, I had to
It
go get
smells
it.
good?
I had to go get it
Oh,
from the McDonald's.
So you didn't know what it was.
And when I
Thank
say
you
that,
to
not
the
McDonald's, but McDonald's.
Right. What it,
All right.
That's what it originally was,
There it is. So this is a haggis. And Matt, you're not mic'd up or headphoned. Do you want to tell them what it is, or you want me to do it?
They can hear him.
You want me to do it? All right. So let me tell you what we're eating here, guys. Tonight's dinner is haggis, which is a savory pudding steamed in a sheep's stomach with minced onions, suet, S-U-E-T, which is basically fat, oatmeal, and spices. We're going to serve it with neeps. Neeps is a it's a turnip. We're using rutabaga tonight, is what she made.
That's that.
Yep, that's the rutabaga. And mince and tatties, which is basically ground meat, if I was going to say it properly, and mashed potatoes. So we're going to take this. Bring me your plate, Bill. Over here. Bring it over.
You got the camera on this?
Oh yeah.
This shit is effing hot. Why am I saying effing after saying fuck all night long?
I mean, really?
Yeah, it's
Would you?
fucking- All right, so
Perfect.
not a meal. Joey, hold your plate for me, brother.
Sure.
All right? And again, we're not supposed to eat the whole meal. It's not like we're sitting down and having dinner together.
All right, you want to
Okay.
go from
We're just gonna do
Side
some
dish
taste.
to-
Well, I
headliner?
got to say the prayer before we
Yeah,
eat
we'll get
anything.
prayer first.
Right? I got to treat this dish with
Do
respect.
we really want to
I mean,
eat
that-
a
that-
meal? You need to say a prayer before.
Well, I mean, for that, yes, out of respect.
This
for
is
that,
a
right,
proper
correct, right, Scottish.
Scottish
Yes.
prayer. All right?
Cool.
So I'm going to say this. Henry's got a plate. Any of our guests can say it. And I apologize if I don't do this prayer justice. All right? This is called the Selkirk Grace. Some have meat and cannot eat. Some cannot eat and want it. But we have meat and we can eat. So let the Lord be thanked. And that's the prayer.
Amen.
That's it.
Amen.
So take a taste. I know you guys are afraid. I'll go first, just to
Let's all go in order here. We'll go to
All right.
side first. Go to this nice.
go with the side. Go with the. That's
Do the sides first.
go
that
with the
we're doing?
sides. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is like
This is a rutabaga mash, basically.
delicious.
Fantastic.
Right.
Excellent. I like that.
Next is a mashed potato and mince. Mince is ground beef, as they say.
Oh, you eat these together?
You eat them together, right? Hot.
Hot. Excellent.
Excellent.
Like meatloaf. Like mom's meatloaf.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't see why you're getting hot. Mine's like warm,
Temperature.
but it's not
Temperature.
burning my mouth.
That's good.
Well, 'cause
man.
I get all the good
I'm
shit.
eating more of that before I
I'm
go
gonna do
into the
another
thing.
serving of that too. That's that good.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
and the other stuff's good too.
It's really good, right?
Excellent. And I like this turnip thing. What is this again?
We had a call.
Excellent.
It's like a rutabaga mash.
Should we take a call?
Not until we try the haggis.
All right. Hold.
All right.
If you're calling, wait, we're
Tell
going
us
to eat
when
some
you're ready.
haggis.
Go.
You ready, Billy?
Let's go.
Here we go.
It's not what you think it's going to be. Do it.
It tastes great.
It is amazing.
Yeah. What is the spice?
So I don't know what the spice is.
Maybe a little clove?
Clove, yeah, for sure. But it's
Are you okay?
Cumin?
Cumin?
Cumin? Yeah. I mean, I didn't ask the
good.
McDonald's, not the McDonald's.
So the sheep's stomach is only the cooking vessel? We're not
It's
eating?
just a casing, like a sausage.
Oh, okay.
So you just eat what's inside, which is, I think it's like beef heart, sheep's
It reminds
liver.
me of blood sausage
It's kind of like blood sausage.
without all the rice.
Look at this. I'll go
Nice.
for round 2.
Oh,
That was good.
I'm going to eat the hell out of
It
this.
was good.
It is. Well, when I tasted it today, because I was like you guys, I was a little on the fence.
Excellent.
Very good.
Not what you were thinking, right? You
Not at
guys
all.
all thought you were going to eat it and be
I
like,
thought
what?
I was going to be like, what is this? No, that's great. But I got to tell you, this whatever this
The mince?
beef is with
Yeah.
the mince, oh my Lord. I want to bathe in it.
It's good.
That's a whole different show, bro.
Fill the tub. I'm in for that. No, this is fantastic.
And, you know, you
it's
could-
really, really good.
Hold on a
It
second.
is,
Hello,
right?
hello. Smokin' rock and roll. Are you there?
Oh, yeah, we got a call.
Is it working? Yeah.
It is. Smokin' rock
Can
and
you
roll.
hear
Are you
me?
there?
Now we can.
Who's calling? Kirk? Chase
Hi,
on?
ladies. This your brother. Todd is your brother down in Houston. Flanchaba to the haggis. This is Kirk. How you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Awesome.
What's up, brother? First time caller? No. This is my brother, Kirk Chase.
Hey, I just wanted to. How many trucks do you guys have now?
We have 2 full-size trucks and a dessert trailer, but I'm about to build a haggis truck.
Excellent.
Wow. Yeah, I've never had haggis, but it sounds good. Hey, I wanted to offer up for your consideration this week a marketing concept, and it comes with a short story while you guys are eating. I'm sure you guys are aware that every 4th of July on Coney Island, there's a big hot dog eating contest sponsored by Nathan's, and on that day, it is global news. So whatever the results are of that thing, it gets press all around the planet. So obviously the suggestion would be that you guys might want to consider having some kind of an annual eating contest on a day of your choosing as a marketing device and get you a lot of press. And not just any kind of an eating contest, but a hot wing contest. So some super hot, spicy wings, and that adds a little twist to it. And this brings me to the story, which is one of the first stories I did when I was a TV news reporter. I was back in Laredo, Texas. Every year they have a George Washington Festival down there. It's a big carnival with parades and stuff. And they have an annual jalapeno eating contest. And
ain't
so
doing that
I went
shit.
there to cover it. And this guy comes down from San Antonio. And I interviewed him, and he goes, the secret is you never let the jalapeno touch your lips. So, okay, great. That's his soundbite. And they start this thing, and these guys are all up on a raised platform. There must have been like 30 of them. And there's go. They all had like a big industrial-sized can of jalapenos and 2 Coronas in front of them, and they all start hammering down jalapenos, and one after the other. And it was the most entertaining thing, because guys are just like throwing up and falling off the platform. And then in the end, 2 guys tied for eating 75 jalapenos in 15 minutes. And one of the guys was the guy that I had interviewed before, who came all the way down from San Antonio just for the event. And another one was a kid there from Laredo. And the kid, I asked him what he was going to do. He goes, I'm going to go to the hospital and get my stomach pumped. And then the guy from San Antonio goes, I'll never forget this line. He goes, we give credence to the Johnny Cash song, Ring of Fire. Well, I'll tell you about that in about 8 hours. So that's the story, and something for your consideration. Just imagine the press you guys would get.
Amazing.
And like Nathan's thing, it just gets bigger and bigger every year. So congratulations again on your success. And Todd, good guys, we're black.
I love you, brother.
Awesome.
Thanks for calling.
We'll see
Well,
ya.
Have a good one.
All right,
Thank you,
see
buddy.
man.
Thank you.
Boy, he can wrap off a story. I mean, that was
I
a
like the
30-minute
Nathan
story
stuff.
done in less than 2 minutes.
But because we're in Cleveland, you
I
should
know.
do it with Sugardale.
So I've thought about doing like the man versus food plate on the Smokin' Rock and Roll trucks, where we do like, all right, you're going to get 1 pound of brisket, 1 pound of pork, 2 pounds of mac and cheese. It's going to cost you $95, but if you can eat it all in 30 minutes, it's free.
Man versus food.
Yeah, but we can't do that because we know Merle.
Oh, if you got guys.
We'll do the milk challenge with Merle.
Right.
I heard that went well.
Did he?
milk.
Yeah.
Milk. That's tough.
The gallon challenge, a gallon of milk in an hour.
That's
Don't
it?
do it. It's
You can't do
death.
it.
Why not?
You can do it.
Sure, I
You
could.
really can't.
Depends on
It's
what
not-
kind
it's
of
not-
milk.
it's not humanly
Vitamin
possible.
D, 2%. What?
Well, I
Fat
would
free,
assume whole
skim,
milk.
What? It was whole milk. Yeah,
Whole
no
milk.
one, no one could do whole.
It was gas station milk, whatever they had at the gas
Oh,
station.
that hurts. That's
It,
brutal.
it might have been chocolate milk. 'Cause oh, boo.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
I,
the end of the day.
haggis.
Haggis,
That-
thumbs up. The side dish is
give
thumbs
it,
up.
I give it a 10. It was
So
great.
what were you
Not
what
I
were you
expected.
expecting walking in?
I
Like you
was
thought you were going to be like,
expecting-
oh my god, it's going to smell weird.
Yeah.
It's going
Well, do you know what tripe looks
I
like?
do.
Yes, I've had
I
tripe.
was expecting that we were going to eat some sort of goo inside of a tripe casing,
Like you
and
thought
we're going
you-
to eat the tripe.
right.
Because
I
that's what
kinda
is
thought
tripe.
Pate, like
Tripe
more
is
like
intestine
a
skin.
Braunschweiger, goose liver. That's what I predicted.
Right.
I didn't know.
Not what you were expecting.
Not at all.
And
Excellent.
if we were to sit down at a traditional Scottish dinner, bagpipe players, they do this
go.
whole big ceremony in front of it with all these sides, some great Scottish whiskey. Would you not sit down and enjoy that meal?
I would
absolutely.
absolutely.
And this haggis came from Scotland, right? So it's traveled from there to here. She made it today. We had to hold it
Yeah.
and reheat it for the show tonight.
Sure.
So when
Excellent.
I went and picked it up, I'd never had haggis before. So I went and picked it up, and she was such a lovely lady, Eileen. And I won't embarrass myself by trying to do their accent, but she's like, "Do you want to taste everything?" So I tasted the turnip, great.
Delish.
The mashed potato,
Delish.
It's mashed potato, but it's great. And she even said, "It's just mashed potato." And these people are having Scotch whiskey while we're doing this tasting. Wonderful people. Eat the mince. I'm like, fuck yeah, the mince is great. You're
That
supposed
was
to eat the
heaven.
mince with the potato.
Heaven.
So that's kind of the thing. And she goes, the haggis. And I'm like, I kind of want to save my reaction for the show.
Sure.
She's like, and it was cold. Just taste it. Me and Matt both went and tasted it. We both took a bite, and I was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
This is not.
It's got a lot of flavor. It's
This is
good.
not what I was expecting. Not texture-wise, not anything-wise.
Zoom phone.
You're calling the Smoke and Talk and Roll show. Who's on the line? Oh wait, that's my fault. Wait, no, that's my fault.
Wait.
We're-
We got you.
Okay.
All
There
right, here
we
we
are.
go. Let's try that again.
You're calling the Smoke and Talk and Roll hotline. Who's calling, please?
Hello, it's me, your boy Yohani. How you doing?
Yohani!
Johnny.
Yohani!
He's our number one call. He calls every week.
He calls every week. What you got to say, Yohani?
Sorry. Yeah, not doing too good. I got that evil bastard COVID again.
Oh, how'd you do that?
I don't know, but it's not that bad this time. Just got cough, so doing good.
I can't understand what he's saying.
It's not so bad this time. He's got the cough.
It sounds like, oh, you got, is that what it is? You got the COVID? The COVID?
The
Yeah, I got the COVID, the evil bastard COVID.
So, what's your prediction for the sports, the Browns schedule coming up, Yohani?
Oh my God, let me tell you something. First of all, Billy, what are you wearing? You look like a homeless Ric Flair from 1984.
what the fuck?
I kid.
I can't.
I think the Browns are going to go, unfortunately, 7-10.
You know what, Yohani? Screw off. Quit listening to sports talk. They didn't play Nick Chubb at all in the preseason. They didn't play Miles Garrett, anything.
I'm not
Football guy?
listening to no sports.
You guys.
Baseball guy?
Quit
I'm listening
listening.
to
Quit.
sports. I'm
Baseball
looking
I
at
watch,
the backup
yes.
quarterback.
Hey, how good do you have to be to hand the ball to Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt? Come on, Yohani, you're smarter than that. Quit listening to Ken Carmen in the morning.
It's all if our head coach Stefanski wants to hand the ball off to him.
That's the fancy. He's a good-looking dude.
Yeah, he's got the job because the Browns owner's wife has got the hots for him. You know that. D. Haslam.
Whatever, what?
You think
Win
Dee
football.
Haslam and Stefanski are getting Stefanski?
I don't think so, but I think she's got the hots for him.
What's
Yeah?
your prediction?
My wife has the hots for him.
What's your prediction?
10-7.
That's a good.
For the
I'll go with
Browns?
that. Yeah, I'll go with that.
6 and 10.
Okay.
All right. Hey, you heard it here first. I'm always
Is
totally...
that the right number? I'm like
Well, it should be
4 and 7.
4 and 7, and then I'm not
They
watching
get
anymore.
disqualified
That's
for the
how
rest of the
you're
games.
watching,
And there
that's
are 17 full games, 18
Yeah.
weeks, right?
17 games this year.
And a bye. So, Joey, are you a football guy or no?
it. I watch baseball, and I haven't really watched baseball that much this year because of the Guardians, because I was a huge Clevenger fan, and they did trade him.
He went to the Padres.
Dude, I went
We've
to
been
the
smoking
last
him at the
home
Dodgers.
Browns game in 1995 against the Patriots. Belichick was our coach, and I got the tickets from, what was her name?
Oh, I don't know. Somebody with the Z in their last name.
Oh, wow. Here comes the
Before
bus.
that, all right.
I don't know. One of
All right, it is that time.
What is in the bottom of my drink?
I don't know.
The
I don't
ice
know.
cube melted? Is that all
That's the swit from the haggis
No, it's not.
I got some too. A little sediment.
Sediment.
flavor, bitch.
Oh, it's because
Drink
of
it.
the scotch. It's scotch.
All right, Dana, are you ready to tell me what we're drinking? Are you doing
What are
this
we
through
having?
Henry's microphone?
Let's introduce
All right.
Dana. Dana's our weekly shot girl,
She's our shot caller.
shot caller. She's Todd's better half. Dana, are we allowed
Thank
to
you,
say?
Dana.
Are we allowed to say your name?
You're welcome.
yeah.
Good evening, Smokin' Rock and Roll viewers. Smokin' Talk and Roll.
Smoking talk and roll. There you go.
So this shot, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this Scotch cocktail called penicillin. It has Scotch in it and honey and ginger and lemon, and you're supposed to have it to boost your immune system as well as whenever you're just not feeling good, it gives you a boost. So I've done a play on that, although this one's called Dr. Feelgood.
Oh,
And
yeah.
What we have here is Scotch, Drambuie, and lemon juice, fresh squeezed, and then there's a garnish in there. You don't eat the garnish, but it's in there just infusing it, and it is fresh sliced ginger with a lemon twist, and it's been dipped in honey.
Oh, I'm eating that. I'm
Get
eating
it
it.
over here right now.
Yeah, bring that over here. We're gonna sing good this week, right, Billy?
Yeah.
One for you. I should have done my guest first, you fuck.
What's that?
There you go. We should have done the guest first. I gave it to you.
Why? No, you're good.
No, it goes in order.
Ladies first. Age before beauty.
Respect your elders.
So yeah.
To Joey D. Thanks
Joey
for
D.
being-
Oh, to you guys, thank
for
you so
coming.
much. Smoking, talk, and roll. Is that
Hey,
what
send
time?
that.
Talking,
Send that
smoke, and
Dr.
roll.
Feelgood over to me.
Why is Johanny still on the fucking phone?
Still on her.
How do we?
What are you doing?
Isn't there a hang up?
Hey.
I didn't hang up.
Salute.
That's delicious. Oh, hey, yo, honey, one more
Salute everybody.
question.
Baby driving.
Dear
Click.
Lord.
Yoko to the rescue. She is driving.
Oh my
That was
Lord.
so pretty, Dana.
Yeah,
Like, even that.
she is the shot caller.
That's fantastic.
We
It's really good.
usually don't get up until late morning after the podcast due to the shot caller's excellent work.
Whew. That one I feel like right. It's like a giant bouquet just went through my chest. It's
And again, we're not on any clock, so we got about another 10 to 15 minutes to burn.
Okay.
So I did want to talk about a couple more things. Unless you got to be somewhere, you got a soccer
we're gonna
practice.
be. You're not going anywhere without me.
Dude,
We're here together, dude.
my boys
You're-
play football.
Listen,
All right.
okay. Well, all right.
So I had some
I got no
other
boys,
questions for you, brother.
Sure.
But I'm going to reserve those till we bring
Cool.
you back with Frank,
Perfect.
and we all do some cooking together.
Chef Yak, that's gonna happen.
Chef Yak is
For sure.
happening.
Yeah.
Shout out to Frank and Pronzo.
Yes.
Some
absolutely.
good business on the east side.
And my brother-in-law at Scalpers, I gotta give a shout out to.
Dude, I got to have one of those burgers. They're legendary.
It's the Beckham burger. Sorry, it is. And listen, I've had them all.
From
I've
where?
had In-N-Out.
Scalpers has one of the award-winning burgers in town.
The Beckham burger.
The
is-
bar scalpers?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, that's my brother-in-law. So shout out to Frank Pines. The Beckham burger is by far hands down, and you can tell me whatever you've had across the country. I've had them all. Number one.
I think we may take Smoke and Talk and Roll on the road one day
It's
to
number
eat
one.
Beckham burgers at Scalpers. That'd be fun.
I love it. So is it like a smash burger? Is it a?
I can't tell you what's on it. It's a half pounder, but it's.
So the burger is thick. It's not like the new styles like the smash burgers, right? Where you
No,
get
no,
like
no, no, no,
3-4 patties.
See, that would be
That's not a
I
burger.
would be
That's
smash
Wendy's.
burger guy. You know why? I'm all about efficiency. You want a burger? I
yeah.
want to serve it to you in
Smash-
2 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, but
30
that burger
seconds or
there,
less.
you wait for it and it's worth the wait.
Right. That's like a prime rib.
it's just unbelievable.
Well, hell, we got to get over there, or
Let's
have
make
him
it happen.
have him come here and make one
He
for us
should.
right here behind us.
He should.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, Frank, you should come here and make one.
Who watched the VMAs?
I did not.
Never
Brett,
watched. I never
I
watched them.
watched the highlights on TikTok today. That's what I watched.
What did you
I don't watch any music awards movie. I never did.
So I know the only thing I know that relates to us as rock and roll musicians is
Okay.
that Red Hot Chili Peppers got the Legacy Award.
I did see that.
And while not a
Highlight.
huge Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, I do think Flea is a badass bass player.
Sure.
And I got respect for what they've done, but I don't personally. They're not on my playlist.
Me
I
neither.
think Fushanti is
But
very underrated.
Rad,
as a guitar
I'm
player.
like seeing them get
Dude,
Legacy.
I'm
like the band.
gonna totally disagree with you.
With Fushanti?
Yeah, I watched this jam where
I
he was
like
all
him, but
he
I
was
like
like
the band.
improvising some solos that were just so god awful out of tune.
Was it jazz?
It was it was jazz.
It
It
was
was jazz
definitely-
because
it
he
was
was
jazz.
hitting all the notes in between the right notes. It was so bad.
But I like him, like as a player.
Come on.
And he's got a pretty decent voice. It's not bad. I'm not saying he's a 10. I'm just saying he is underrated.
You know
I
what?
don't even know who the fuck this guy is.
He's one of the
I'll
guitar.
take him over Navarro.
I'll take
any
Navarro
day.
all day long.
No, fuck Navarro.
No, Navarro.
Here we go.
Not only
Now we're getting
not
real.
only
A little
is
bit
he
of
a better
whiskey
guitar
and
Of
player.
all the
Shit's
rock
getting
stars I've
real.
ever met, Dave Navarro, you can suck a bag of dicks. You are the biggest asshole I've ever met out of any rock stars I've ever met, and it's finally live.
You met him.
Yes, I did, and he was a fucking asshole.
Why was he mad? What was he mean
He was
to
a
you?
dick. And Chad
Did he
Kroger
not
from
know who you
Nickelback,
were?
You rule. You're the greatest rock star I've ever met. Chad Kroger from Nickelback, nicest guy I ever met. But Dave
Billy's a
Navarro,
big Nickelback
Dude, I'm
fan.
gonna tell you this right now. You know,
I
how
love
it's
him.
you know how it's fashionable to hate Nickelback.
Yes.
I
It used to be.
absolutely love Nickelback.
So do I.
love
And
Nickelback.
Can we put that on record?
Billy
We-
Morris and
and
Joey D.
Joey D
love
love
Nickelback.
Nickelback.
So you know the
What
song.
about Todd?
I don't hate Nickelback. I loved them a lot when they first came out. Me and Daniel lived in LA when they broke. We listened to them. But then they just kind of fucking. I don't want to hit the table because I was told not to hit the table, but every fucking radio
It's
station.
a formula.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
funny
that's
story.
blaming them for success, but
But Bon Jovi did that, and you weren't mad.
no, I take Nickelback over Bon Jovi.
Funny story. So
Sure.
my little boy is 4.5. He'll be 5 in September. He loves the song "Bottoms Up" by Nickelback.
Excellent.
So we get in the car. Dad, put on "Bottoms Up," and "Bottoms Up" turned into like a Pandora radio station. So we have to hit "Bottoms Up" radio, and it's a cross between like Nickelback and all that good stuff. And then there's some really good bands that you really never heard of
Theory
that
of
they
a
fit
Dead
in
Man,
there.
Daughtry.
Theory of a Dead Man, awesome.
You get the good cuts by Daughtry. that
Who's the
we'll
Who's the
never
band
get.
that does the porn star dancing? Is it Divide the Day or something, or
Not sure.
porn star dancing? Have you heard that song?
It's like, it sounds like Theory for a Dead Man or something.
Porn
It's
star
probably
dancing.
it's got to be a theory.
Oh,
of a Dead Man song.
Dude, there's some great songs. I'm like, this is the jam.
And the guitar tones are amazing.
They're great.
And Chad Kroger is amazing. He can just churn out the hits. He knows what he's doing.
What about his
And he-
ex-wife? How's she doing? She was on the.
I don't know who
she
that
was on
is.
the.
Avril
VMAs.
Lavigne, right?
Avril Lavigne.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
She
she
was
was.
married
She
to
was
her?
up for best alternative artist last night.
Yes, she was. But I did see that Taylor Swift is releasing a new album.
She did wear a Metallica shirt.
Listen,
Now, what do you guys think about Metallica being known for being on Stranger Things 3? Stranger Things.
My favorite
3.
thing is that all
brings
the
metals to the
woke
kids.
people are
Yes.
trying to cancel Metallica,
Yes.
and Metallica
Yes.
gives them the big F you,
Yeah.
and they're uncancelable.
it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
I will.
Kudos to
I saw. Hey,
Metallica.
were you at the Metallica show at the Odeon, the coffee break concert?
No, but I was at the Variety Theater.
I do want to
for
say that
Bible
Cheryl Z got
Lightning.
me tickets to that.
Well, see, you got it.
But I will
somehow.
tell you this: I got to see Metallica in about a 500, 600 seat club, and James Hetfield is a legitimate fucking rock god. See, James Hetfield brings the F bombs out of me.
He said it.
He said it. That's
did it.
It's very
The whole
rare.
band
Can we
was
get an
amazing.
applause
I'm not a
button? Get
Metallica
the applause
fan.
button. Applause button. That was a wah, wah, wah.
Where's the
There it
meat
is.
makes you moist?
Hey,
Metallica. Listen,
I got one. Joey D, I got one for you.
Is it my voice?
Listen to this. This is the best thing ever. So,
Who is it, Mike?
if you want to book the truck, call 216-539-2239, and Todd will check the voicemail. And occasionally he gets these.
Hello, Todd. I just wanted to tell you, your food truck makes me moist. Moist.
The brisket is moist.
Mr. Adams.
I'm only giving it on the brisket.
Which you and Cindy will be taking home a couple of pans of barbecue tonight.
She'll be so happy. But Billy swore.
she's saying
so I'm
time out.
excited.
I did.
Billy swore. He did not keep it PG with Joey D on the show.
All right, so Vince Neil, we're going to wrap it up
Oh,
soon.
shit.
Vince Neil.
I'm going to give my review. You're not going to be happy.
Wait.
Well,
Are you talking about the new video that came out that he had his mom's bathrobe on?
no, I'm just talking about, and again, I'm not trying to get people to talk shit about Vince Neil. I mean, he's been doing it a long time. He's legendary. I know he's part of your special private collection.
He is. I do.
Well,
have-
let me talk first. Let the headliner headline. you
Sure,
know.
go ahead.
So, when you're looking at Vince Neil, he's pushing 60, but he's Vince Neil. All right, he flipping.
Spent a
he
fucking lifetime
flipping
looking
roads.
at
Vince Neil. Say fucking Vince
He
Neil.
fucking Vince Neil is Motley Crue. I mean, he's one of the. To me, it goes like this. It goes David Lee Roth, who was a ripoff of Jim Dandy. We'll talk about that other. David Lee Roth, Vince Neil,
Wow.
and then you had Bret Michaels and Janie Lane and all the other bleach blonde singers. Although Janie Lane was a step up of all of them when it came to soulful, bluesy singing with songwriting, and he's my rock hero. But
you
what I'm
are
saying
biased
is,
on that,
I'm
but
biased. Vince
well
Neil
put.
is
Metal.
metal, and there would be. Well, there would be, but it wouldn't be the same if
No.
Vince Neil didn't come out with "Looks That
would
Kill"
not.
and
It
"Too
would not.
Fast for Love" and all that stuff.
So I think
that being said,
everybody's expecting us to bash him right now.
Not
I
at
don't
all.
want to. I'm not going to bash him.
I was at the show,
Yeah.
the stadium tour, and listen, the fucking guy laid it out. And I don't give a fuck if it was tracked, whatever. I don't care what anyone says. He came out and sounded better than the 7 times before that I saw him live. And I've been seeing him since Shout Out the Devil tour.
Yeah.
And then Theater of Pain. And then I saw the Karabi tour, which should have been a different band. I just want to put that out there too. The Motley Crue with John Karabi should have been a different title of a band, one of the best albums ever made. But Vince Neil, stadium tour, crushed. In
And one of
Cleveland.
the sweetest guys in the world, if you've ever met him.
totally.
I never met him.
I met him.
Yeah.
We did a show together, a couple shows together, and we just crossed paths in the parking lot of the buses. And he was like, "Hey man, how you doing?" I'm like, "Vince, how are you, man?" And it was like a 5-second, but he was cordial.
It's
to
kind
me.
of when you look at him, you're like,
But it was cool.
you're fucking Vince Neil. All right,
Vince
hey,
Neil.
you're
He
like,
just-
hold on,
He
I
wasn't
don't want to be like a
stuck in an
douchebag and be like,
elevator
oh,
where
fuck,
Dave
you're Vince Neil.
Navarro and he was a fucking
All right, let's.
asshole.
So
Yeah.
you had said that, and off topic, but same topic, that the biggest asshole is Dave Navarro.
Hands
Who's your
down.
biggest rock asshole?
Oh.
Oh,
No, it's gonna be the Black Crows.
really?
Really?
Which one?
All of them.
Wow.
Why did you play with the Black? You opened for the Black
no,
Crowes or
we
something?
were Tough went to London for the very first time, and we were headlining. Stevie's probably going to tell me to fuck off. I want to say it was the Astoria or something. We were on MTV. It was a big deal. Tough was there. We had, I think it was a one-off, and we went to a pub.
So it's Shake Your Moneymaker tour for Black Crows. It's their first album.
Sure,
Oh shit.
if you say so. I don't know, but we end up landing at a pub, and it's Tough. The pub is packed with everybody, fans and everybody. Black Crows must have played the same night, which is why we didn't quite have the draw we should have. Don't get me wrong. Black Crows, great band, huge band. They had a table, we had a table. We thought Americans to Americans, we would walk up and say, "Hey, man, we're a couple Americans. You know, we're here playing a show. You don't introduce yourself like when you meet other musicians, like, hey, I'm on MTV like you guys are. It's like, hey, man, how you doing? Black Crows, I'm Todd with Tough. You know, security shows up. They fucking tell us to fuck off. The band, literally, fuck off. Like and maybe they were getting fully harassed. Why they were? Am I doing dinosaur arms? Oh, is that the less of the
you're good.
minutes? But yeah, that was my biggest dick experience. That and Eddie Murphy.
Really?
Eddie Murphy. I'm sorry. I don't know if I want to dive into that one.
Hey, Todd got us. Remember when he was on MTV?
Yeah.
Remember that?
when he was on MTV?
Remember that I Hate Kissing You Goodbye
Yeah,
song? And
remember
we were
that.
all like, fuck.
Fuck.
Did you ever go out to LA? Try to make that move?
I'm not going down in the City of Angels ever.
Not as a young man?
Bitch, I'm from Cleveland.
But
Bitch, I'm from Cleveland.
but you guys never thought to cross that bridge? Like, everybody's looking to jump the
I
ship,
did,
right?
but a
You,
lot
you
of
got to go to New York.
And I'm sure a lot of Billy's friends too. A lot of my friends, pretty vacant. Everybody all went out there, and it just wasn't my thing.
Right.
I just figured,
No
my
regrets?
mom already.
No regrets.
My mom said something that said, somebody's son's gonna make it. Why can't it be mine? So
Right.
I always lived by that, and it was like, I don't need to go to LA. If you're good enough, you can make it from anywhere. So obviously, maybe I wasn't good enough, but you know what? I had a blast, and I have no regrets. Zero.
Well, I don't think good enough has anything to do with
I
it.
have no regrets.
It's all timing and,
a lot of that.
That was the thing about my band. So I quit the band Spoiled and started a band called Kid Wicked, and Spoiled ended up moving out there. But when they did, it was 1990.
It was late.
It was over.
It was late. It was over.
And
1990, 91, unless you were wearing
92,
flannel
sure.
shirts.
well,
or-
we didn't think it was over. Don't get me wrong. But
Right.
hindsight, looking back 30 years,
Right. You didn't
It
realize
was
it was over
over.
until 94, 95 when the Sunset
you know what,
Strip
I
didn't have anybody hanging out there.
I was a big fish in a little pond, Cleveland.
I think that's why you and I get along so well, is because I think we've always had the same mentality in it. And as much as Billy and I have talked over the last 35 plus years, we root for the underdog.
I do love watching your guys' friendship in the time that I've been here.
Absolutely.
I think it's awesome. I really do. I think it's awesome. In Arizona, there was no pond. It was too dry. Couldn't get any water. So I had to go to LA.
But you know what? We were going to New York City. We were showcasing at the Cat Club, and
Yeah, right.
so that the New York you either went in one direction to the West Coast, or we could commute to New York City. And
This was before
showcase.
Nashville was a thing. It was either LA or New York, right?
But even then, there was no internet. There was no.
Oh, God.
There was no downloads.
Could you imagine the technology we have now back in mid 80s, late 90s, or early 90s?
I don't want it.
How much you
I don't
could have
want it.
blown-
I don't want it either.
I don't want it.
I don't want it either. Because I think what made the band stronger is not having that.
Yeah, it was
I
the
think
grassroots
camaraderie,
marketing,
yes,
the camaraderie. We
the-
would all.
It was like a gang. instead
Just
of a
as
band.
important as band practice was
Yes.
to get dressed up and go out to the clubs and talk
Always.
to people.
Friday and Saturday. If
That
you weren't
was your
playing
internet.
Friday, Saturday, you were out promoting.
Exactly.
Always.
He's
Always.
that.
Always.
I don't want it.
I don't want it either.
Well, it's too late. You can't.
Well,
It's already here.
it's
You're
never
fucked.
too late.
Brother, before we sign off, what do you got going on with you? Tell the people.
I play
tell the
in
people
Disco
what's going
Inferno
on.
every weekend. You can find my stuff on Linktree. I have a Linktree link that's the artist Joey D. I have my own solo stuff, which is released on Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, all of that.
All those places that pay you those high royalty
Yes,
levels.
it's great. I get like 0.1% of a cent for every time you stream it. But thank you so much for listening. Thank
Please
you guys
do.
for having me. Fatal Charms on iTunes, Liquids on iTunes, The Artist Joey D is on iTunes, and Disco Inferno is obviously playing every weekend until the end of the world. Like share.
So you're not going to get the official fuck off. You're going to stay till closing. Billy, what
I
do you
am.
got going on?
Well, that's a good question because I am playing more dates than I want with my band Billy Morse and the Sunset Strip, where we play all the 80s hits and get you on the dance floor dancing. It hurts so good, and Rick Springfield. But I'll make the announcement right now. This is going to be my last year of slaving in the clubs, and I'm going to go back to writing and releasing original music and using the technology that we have. Like I said, I don't want it, but I have it. I have my own video studio here. I have a recording studio. I have a catalog of songs that no one's ever heard.
You have wonderful engineers and producers.
Wonderful producers. Let's get up for Henry.
Henry!
Nothing here happens without Henry.
you.
My guy!
And his intern, Doug.
Henry, how's the haggis?
I'm going to add to your
it was
thing,
pretty
though.
good.
You are going to release some vinyl then, right? Is that what you're telling me?
Well,
Oh, shit. Before
yes.
I forget, brother.
I'm going to release some vinyl with your help. We keep talking about
I know.
it.
We've been talking about it for like 5 years of what we're going to... I finally have it?
I brought you a gift.
This.
What color is it?
Holy shit!
Wait, open it up and see what color it is.
Why?
Three
Why?
colors.
What color could it be?
Purple, black, or white?
What's the difference?
Sorry, man.
Whoa!
You had the white.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
That one was mine, bro. Stevie's going to kick my ass.
Come on.
No, it's all good.
Listen, Stevie Rochelle, I got to give you... Rochelle?
Rochelle.
Okay, Stevie Rochelle, I have to confess something before we go. All those years on Metal Sludge, when Ted Pulley calls me the Reverend still to this day, it's because I was the guy that was on Metal Sludge fucking with every single person that posted.
So you were on the message board as the Reverend, and you just fucked with it. Oh, it's an announcement.
I was the guy that said, listen, don't you come in here and trash 80s metal and Holding the Torch and bands like Tough and Trickster and Roxy Blue and King of the Hill and all those bands I love. Don't you come in here and talk that shit.
Well, I wanted
was
to
the
get
one
you
that
Voodoo
defended it.
Highway from
Oh
Badlands because
my
I know
God,
it's the
if that
Holy
happens,
Grail.
I'll cry.
But that costs $150.
Holy shit!
It does. This one cost me $12.
And I will tell you this right now. Whatever it costs, Smokin' Rock and Roll will buy it for you.
And I got a wait. I got a shirt too. And I got an apron. And I got the Tough.
And you got meat to go home with.
Haggis.
Do you know? So,
No, he's taking home barbecue.
listen.
Haggis.
Hey?
I know that your hit was "I Hate Kissing You Goodbye," but you do know that Ruck-a-Prick Bridge.
Ruck-a-prick?
Ruck-a-Prick.
How much booze do we have?
Prick.
We had a couple scotch. Ruck-a-Pit Bridge was my all-time favorite song on this record.
I appreciate that, man. I
loved
appreciate
it.
I thought you might like it. I just wanted to give it to you because I couldn't get to Badlands in time because you were a short notice guest.
If fucking Badlands ever happens, Voodoo Highway, you're gonna see a grown man cry.
All right.
But
Hey.
Tough, I'll cry too. You want me to cry? Hey, producer, you want me to cry on
Hold
camera?
on, let me grab his nuts.
Dude, you just got the Tough album. Vinyl. White vinyl.
Do you know how pissed my friends are right now? They're all gonna.
That's gonna be on-
the
on-
Vinyl Brotherhood. They're gonna
Hey,
be like,
in fairness, toughcds.com, for anybody that's
Yeah.
watching this, you can buy the vinyls through Stevie's website at toughcds.com.
Yep.
Joey got a free one. The rest of y'all got to pay.
Please support Tough, my band.
please, do.
Yeah, Billy's band. I'm happy that you let me be the bass
He's
player.
the bass player of my
I
band,
love
Tough.
this record.
I love playing those songs. Are you kidding me? There are songs on here that Todd and I want to lobby for that Stevie won't
Can
play.
you not finger my album like it's
Whoa.
84?
Look at that broad. Look
I
at-
want Lonely Lucy.
Can you go as Halloween as yourself?
I could go as two of myself.
Do you know that when you played the Akron Agora, I was there?
I've heard.
Okay.
I don't remember seeing you, but I don't remember myself being there either.
Wow.
So that's
I would have introduced myself, but you probably would have said "fuck off," kind of like Dave Navarro did to me.
no. So when I say fuck off, I say it with love. I'm like, oh, fuck off.
No, you.
I'm gonna look up that jam that John Frito Shante, and I'm gonna send it to
Okay,
you.
look it up and look at him play "How Deep Is Your Love" by himself in the middle of a Chili Pepper song.
All right,
In the
Joey.
middle
All
of
right,
a
I will.
Chili Pepper.
Oh,
shit.
oh, I see the love.
Oh, yeah.
No,
No,
I'm
no.
not done yet here, buddy.
Wait,
Hold
I
up.
can make
Is
the
it just me and you, or
No.
us three? It's you on your own. Here,
That's
listen.
you. That's for Bill.
Hey,
Thank you guys so
to
much for having me.
one of the rock legends of Cleveland,
Thank you.
Joey D.
Aw,
What a good time.
Absolutely.
thank you. Same to you.
Next week's guest is going to be Ken Hatfield. Fuck, from Hatfield's Good Grub.
Hold on a second.
Fire?
Yeah, and
Wait,
they're-
we're not done. We're not
Oh,
done.
we're not done.
No, wait, we got to call.
We're not done.
We got callers.
We're all
Okay.
right. I got the Tough record.
You do.
People want to talk about it. Who we calling? My mom? Oh my God, I see that. This should be good.
Hello?
You're on the Smoke and Talk and Roll live podcast. Is this George Chapman?
It absolutely is.
I saw that you left a message. I'm like, we're not done. We're calling George.
George.
I was just watching and it said you're done and you were drinking your last shot, so I must be like so far
So
down
let me
south in
let me
Ohio that
let me
they
have the
can't
floor
get
for a
there in
minute.
time.
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
tell you what.
I'm gonna tell you something after
We
before you
all
start.
talk all the rock star stuff,
Yes.
but George Chapman
Sure.
is one of the biggest rock gods to come out of Cleveland, and
Phenomenal.
he taught me so much. Like you said about Sammy T, there'd be no Joey D.
Without saying
There
there's
would
no-
be absolutely. I would be some sort of pro motocross racer, BMX two-wheeled. I'd probably be broken
Sure.
up bones without George Chapman. So let's give George Chapman some love. Come on, let's
I
hear for
love
George.
Chapman. And George Chapman is in Key West.
No,
You know
George,
what?
you're in town, aren't you?
Oh, it's Bike Week.
It's Bike Week.
Halfway there, all the way up there. Yeah, next week I'm playing at Bike Week out in Geneva, and a bunch of gigs before that in the next couple of weeks. So, Joey, I will definitely see you play out there, and I think Billy's playing out there.
No, I had to cancel that job because I had a big truck job, so
Damn it.
I had to move that Cove date. So
What
George,
kind of
I will
truck
see you.
job? A food truck job?
a food truck job.
All right.
George, I'll see
You want me to do that? You want me to cancel gigs to do food truck jobs, right?
I just want you to be on food
Of
truck
course I
jobs.
do.
But George, I'll be there.
All right.
There and
Well,
eat haggis and drink shots and hang out on the show with you guys.
how long are you in town for, George?
couple more weeks.
All right, I'll call you tomorrow. You're breaking up, but we'll get you. If we would be honored to have you come on the show.
Next
You have
Monday.
an open door.
Anytime, whenever you share.
Can you come next Monday,
I
George?
want all the stories of Tilt,
Max
Max
Panic.
Panic. I
Maybe
want
I
the
could.
spoiled stories after Sammy T. I want all those. And so everybody knows that
Oh,
on the
oh,
show,
God.
I do have the test pressing. I've got news for you.
I
And it
have
came
one.
from
You know
Trish.
what, George? Here's what. If
I gave Joe a test
are we
present.
on next Monday? Monday's Labor Day.
We are on.
Okay, so George, I say we do a
Yes.
special live audience show, and we get 10 seats, and here we do a live show.
It's Memorial Day. It might be hard to get 10 people
Labor
to sit
Day.
down.
Not
on
if you
Labor
have
Day.
George Chapman, Joey D, and Billy Morris.
Do you want some haggis?
Right, right?
Can't- He's playing.
I got the tough record. You can't.
We'll figure it out,
You
George.
wouldn't hit a guy with a tough record, would you?
Call me tomorrow.
I'll call you tomorrow, George.
George, we love you.
Love you, George. Sammy T is giving you the love you too. Wait, hold on. Sammy, yell, love you, George.
Unless Sammy T.
Sammy T. All right, George, good talking. We'll call you tomorrow.
I had a blast. I don't want to leave. Can
Right.
we just stand all
Later.
night? Is our show 24 hours?
Hour and a half. Goodbye.
Holy shit. I got to get the fuck out of here.
All right, brother. Fuck off. Get
All
the
right,
fuck
brother.
out of here.
Love you.
Love
Thanks
you
for
too.
being here.
Thank you, Billy.
Honor.
Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Todd.
Take
Thank
your
you, this
record.
tough record.
Last story.
What?
This will take 10
Wait,
seconds.
I'm going on.
I'm walking through St. Rocco's Church Fest, and I go to your fiance. How'd you get backstage? She goes, I'm banging the singer.
That's right.
Hey,
And
got
don't
nothing to
you
add
forget
after
it.
that. She bangs the singer.
Listen, that's an automatic backstage
Right?
pass for
Hey guys,
life.
we'll see you next. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
I'm sorry, and Mom, if you were watching, I'm sorry.
All right,
I
good
said
night,
fuck.
everybody.
We'll see you next Monday. Ken Hatfield, Moonshine, Southern Food.
It was excellent. The haggis was a 10.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Love you both.
Listen to Joey D's shit. Listen to Billy's shit. Buy my food shit.
Listen to Todd's shit. It's right here.
There you go. Thank you for everybody involved in the show, and good night.
See ya.
Head drop.